I don't have time for this. I did, because it was quarantine. But I didn't have time for that. Be yourself around any and everybody. And if they don't like it, they can do a wraparound. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Kailynari. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me / like high school advice video. I am a senior now and I can tell you that I feel like I learned most of my lessons in my senior year. So I want to just let you guys know, like I was like getting tested for these lessons like my whole entire 4 years of high school. But I didn't like understand them until now. So I'm trying to live out the best of my 4 months with my lessons that I've learned and not repeat those same mistakes and like just do better. So if I like sound like I'm out of breath, it's because it's hot in this window seal or whatever, and I don't have a vanity, and so I'm literally taped a mirror to the wall. Like, yes, I've never done this before, but you know, let's try it. Okay, so one, high school isn't like the movies. I'm gonna tell you that right now. My little cousin, she is coming into high school as soon as I'm leaving, so like that's kind of sad because I wish I could have went to the same school as her. I tell her all the time, like, high school is not like the movies. It is definitely just what you make it. I thought like the experiences were gonna come to me, but you actually have to put yourself in the circumstances and situations to experience fun things in high school. Like, you can't expect people to just be throwing parties left and right. You might have to throw a party, or you might have to go find some friends that just go to parties and you can go. I didn't go to my first party until the last day of my junior year. So that tells you everything. It was like a house party, like, so I don't know. I don't really think that's my vibe. I learned from after that, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. This is what I just used. But some people love parties, so it all just works out. But I will say that you don't think that you have to go to a party to have fun. My most fun times are literally when I'm just doing adventurous stuff with my friends. Like, I could literally be going to the park. We can be walking down a trail, riding bikes. Like, that's the most fun thing to me. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about like friendships, because honestly, that is something that I would say was the biggest thing for me. When I was younger, I didn't really have like, I wasn't friends with like my whole grade. I was like really like shy, and like I'm friends with them now, but in like elementary school they didn't even know me for real because I was so shy. Now I like made it like a bet to myself, like when I got out of 8th grade, I was like, I'm done being shy. I'm done. Like, I'm about to make friends and I'm just gonna be myself. And so that's what I did. Made friends. It was like snap of the finger. Like, it was cool. Like, I loved it. I was so proud of myself. Right now I'm about to take the Fenty primer. Soon I found out that friends wasn't really all that. Like, you really only need yourself. Like, when I say that, I mean like you need to have self-love. You need to know when friends are just like not for you. Like, you can have it, like, it's about quality over quantity. Like, I was so worried about, you know, just being alone. I stayed in friendships where I was being talked down on, or like I felt like, you know, I wasn't really cared about, or I was always the one like trying to fix stuff. Like, you know, you don't want to be in friendships like that. You want to make sure that the friendships that you are in are like equal. Like, equal parts are like literally pouring into each other. Like, you don't want to be the one always making plans. That was me at one point, and I gave up on that. Like, I'm not doing that. You don't need to go to every hangout. That is one big one. Like, okay, so I would say a big thing when it comes to setting boundaries, I do a lot of like work for like mental health and stuff, and I noticed that when you are going to every hangout, you're making yourself seem more available. And aside from that, even if you can go to every hangout, I went to every hangout in high school, but like now I don't even feel like going to every hangout. Like, it's like I'm not going. If I don't want to go, I'm not going. And I used to go because I feared missing out. That was what it was. It wasn't because I just really wanted to go. And now I'm like, oh, I'm trying to be less available, so I'm not gonna go. Like, no, I don't feel like going anymore. Like, they don't seem as like interesting and as fun as they used to. So like, I don't feel like putting myself out there to just go. So that's what I'm not gonna do. We're not gonna force ourselves to go hang out when we don't feel like it. There will always be another hangout, so you don't need to worry about trying to go to every hangout, because you're not missing anything. This is a little lighter, darker than my skin, because it's winter, but it's okay. It'll look good when I blend it. I'm going to work, guys. I'm not even going anywhere cutesy. I'm going to work. And I'm using my Shape Tape concealer, and it's so tiny because I didn't know what shade I needed on Christmas, so my mom got me this one, and it's not the right shade, but I'm keeping it, and I'm gonna go back and get more because this will be my shade in the summer. So that's all I'm worried about. Having no friends is better than having friends that don't see you. I mean, if people are always making plans and you're not invited and you actually want to go and you've expressed this to them, like you want to go, but they don't invite you, then get new friends or like rock alone. One thing I will say is going on dates by yourself, like just taking yourself to eat. I didn't start doing that till junior year, like summer going into senior year. Like I used to like think that was so weird, and I was not about, you weren't about to catch me like sitting at a table by myself, like no. And I literally, the first time I went by myself, I was sitting at a table dead smack in the middle of the room, nothing dividing me from everybody else, sitting there by myself, looking like somebody just stood me up. But no, I was eating my omelet, my spinach and mozzarella omelet in peace. And like I was like having some, like I wasn't like the happiest. I was having summertime sadness, so I just thought that would be something nice to do for myself. But I'm glad I did it in the long run. At the moment, I was like, I'm not doing this again. But I soon then went to Kami Ramen by myself. Okay, another thing is don't expect you from other people. You hear me? Don't expect you from other people. I still struggle with this today. I will admit that. I always think like I would never do that to my friend. I'm always looking out for my friends. Like I'm not gonna do something that's gonna put you in jeopardy. There's been times where some of my friends have like, they just don't be thinking, and like I feel like, you know, I would always look out for my friends, but they're not doing the same. So like what is really going on? Telling somebody's business, saying something that you said not to say. Like you wouldn't do that to your friends. If they told you not to say something, you would not say anything. But for them, they don't give you that same like courtesy. Okay, they will tell your business in a heartbeat. I feel like nobody's gonna watch this video for my school, I feel like, but let me try to see. I always include all my friends, and when I get left out, it's like I would never do that to you. Like I would, if I saw you not talking to nobody and I saw you trying to enter the conversation or trying to talk to me, I would make sure I can enter you into the conversation. I would never just let you sit there and like watch everybody like converse with each other to the point where I want to go home. Like that's what happens. Like I'll literally be in a group and then I'm trying to talk, but everybody's talking over me, or like nobody's including me, or they're talking about something I don't know, or I ask about it and they be like, girl, you don't know. Like, girl, what? I would never do that to any of my friends, ever. One thing I will say, and that was like the biggest blessing for me over like quarantine, was meeting other people from other schools. I didn't have that when I was in 9th grade because like, you know, there wasn't COVID yet, and I just was friends at my school and everybody seemed brand new to me because it's a whole nother school. Okay, so what I just did was I put my concealer, my NARS concealer, under my eyes. I need to get a lighter pencil to do instead of using concealer. But what I do after this is I take my Morphe palette and I take a brush. So I take this brush and I take the shade Opal right here, my waterline. This is really dangerous, but it doesn't hurt me. So meeting my friends through quarantine or whatever, I literally like, we just connected through social media somehow. Like one of my friends, I used to just see her in like TikTok comments all the time, and we would just heart each other's comments, and then like we just added each other on Snapchat. We both love LaMelo Ball, so we started talking about that, and then we became besties. Like literally, that's how it happened, and we're still friends. And I love that. So I feel like making friends just like naturally and, you know, at different schools is like the best thing. I would say that was like the top 3 things that I would suggest you to do when you get to high school. Like meet new people for sure, because you don't want to be hanging out with everybody at your school all the time. It's gonna get old. You already see them at school, and then you're gonna be outside of school with them. Like that's cool and all, but don't be like, I would say that you're gonna get tired quickly. So let me get into relationships. I would say for relationships, don't force anything. Like, do not force anything. forcing stuff is only going to, it's only gonna push things away. No, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm really exposing myself right now. Okay, so I have not been in a relationship, but I've always thought that I could like somehow get the boys that I like to like me. I don't really know how. It was like a thought in my head. I was like, yeah, I could definitely, because like I look at myself, I'm like, okay, I don't see nothing wrong, like why wouldn't you? So like I be thinking like all I gotta do is really show them what they're missing and they're gonna come one day. No, you can't make someone like you. I don't know what I used to do to try to like gauge that, but you can't make someone like you. And it's a really sad thing when I realize that I can't make anybody like me, because if I think about it, I can't, nobody can make me like them. Like if I don't like you, I don't like you. So that goes for whoever I like. I can't make someone like me, you know. Cause it's always like this. I feel like this is what it's always been. Like the boys that I don't really want like me, but then the ones I want don't like me. Like I don't know what that is. That's just a struggle in girl world, okay? If you are in a relationship, you get in one. There's no rush, by the way. You don't have to be in a relationship in high school. Like it also is like fun to just talk to people, but also make sure you are not always talking to someone. Like let yourself get like a break. Like get yourself a 6-month break between talking stages, because there is no reason you should be talking to someone constantly. Like you're never single all the way. Like you're always got somebody on your line. Like girl, calm down. You don't gotta fall asleep on the phone with somebody tonight. You can be alone. That if you ask people for advice in your relationship, they're gonna think that they're entitled to telling you what you should be doing. Or if it doesn't work out, they're gonna think that they're gonna be able to say what you did wrong and, you know, go back and tell everybody else what was going on. And I don't believe that that's okay. So if you have like one good trustworthy friend, I would tell them, or like a family member or something that can give you advice. That's like the best thing to do. But more than that, talk with the person that you're in the relationship with. So there's no reason to go over here and talk to Sandy about it when you know, like Sandy can help you, but is she gonna go back and tell other people? That's the thing. If Sandy can help you and she's not gonna tell nobody, then go ahead and ask her what her advice is or whatever. Let's hope it's good. That's what I say. I had put this on earlier when I like put powder on my face or whatever. Okay, so now I'm taking my Fenty Beauty Mocha Mommy. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take this brush. It's like angled, and I just brush it off on the side because I don't want it to be too much. And I just take it and go right here. The next thing on here is don't settle. You'll never catch me doing this. If I don't want to spend a long amount of time with you, then I'm not about to even talk to you. Like the only reason I feel like I should even talk to someone is if I want to, like I like actually being around this person. I want to be with this person. So like why would I talk to you if I know I don't want to hang out with you someday? I don't see myself in a like relationship with you. I don't do short-term stuff. Like some people don't, some people do. Personally, I don't see the point in doing something that's not gonna be, that you don't intend on being long-term. People do it for fun, but that's not me. I don't really see the point in that, because to me that says you don't really like the person. Like if you don't really see yourself going far with them, then why are you with them? That's wasting my time. But I know a lot of people that don't really like that I do that. They're like, they think something's wrong with me, and they're like, no. And for a long time I thought something was wrong with me. I was like, the boys that I'm trying to get at, they are literally not looking my way. And then I got all these boys that do like me coming my way, but I don't want them. Like I want what I want. But like I just look at it as my time will come. I can always say that. My time will come. Don't think that you have to settle to be with someone just because everybody else wants you with someone, or someone keeps asking you out so you feel pressured to go with them. Like, no. What I learned is that everybody that I've rejected, I'm glad I rejected them, because no. I just don't see why I would go with someone that doesn't light me up. I honestly feel like, ooh, this light, hold up. when you are just minding your business and like not trying to get anyone's attention, that is when things come in your favor. So like maybe if I didn't try, if I didn't try so hard for the guys that I like, then they would have liked me, but we'll never know. Cause now I'm done with all that. For all the guys that I liked, if they ever tried to get with me, I would say no. Just because I came too far. I've recovered from my rejection. And yeah, everybody get rejected. It's just like I did so much rejecting, and when I got rejected, it was like the end of the world. But it's really okay when you really think about it. Like it's okay. It just shows me that they didn't have to do anything for me to like them. They were just existing in their essence. And for me, one day I'll meet a dude who I'm gonna do nothing for. I literally just have to exist, breathe, and be. And he's gonna think I'm the most stunning woman ever. So like I have time, and also I plan on moving very soon, so I am not about to go find someone here in Memphis when my boo thing is probably not even here. He's probably in Cali, so I'm not really tripping. You don't want to waste your high school years because you look at it as like, you know, relationships are something that should be happening. You want experience, but the experience doesn't matter if it's not a good experience. General advice I would say is you have to let people go. The versions of people that you knew and like you would think wouldn't do you a certain way, or you know, y'all were so close, so you know, y'all can get back like that. People change. Like people go through things that you don't know about and they change, and y'all just grow apart. And so that's how it is. Like you might lose like someone that you're really close to right now. Like y'all just drift off. Like that happens, and although it might feel like it might hurt, but like you're gonna get over it one day, and you're gonna find people that are aligned with who you are now, not a version of you that you used to be when you were friends with that person. When you hold on to dead situations or dead things or dead friendships, you don't leave room for new and better things to come into your life when you're doing that. So just keep that in mind. If you are interested in a sport or a club, go ahead and start that like as soon as possible. Do not wait till your sophomore year, because I did that. I was like, going to join cheer again sophomore year. Never did that. I left that in middle school. Never joined back. Still got that tuck though, but like I literally never joined back. If you want to even do like basketball, anything, just start as soon as possible. But don't start any later than sophomore year. Like if you start junior year, that's even a stretch, because like everybody's gonna be like cool with their sport and like knowing about it. Especially if you're brand new to the sport, you want to start as soon as possible, because there's an excuse for why you don't know certain things. But if you're a senior about to start a sport, everybody's been doing this forever and you're gonna feel like you're behind. So I would say to start the sport as soon as possible. I tried to do track, and let me just tell you, never again. I was there for 2 days and I left because I was just too behind. I couldn't catch up. I was going to extra practices and stuff, and I was just like, I don't have time for this. I did, because it was quarantine, but I didn't have time for that. Be yourself around any and everybody, and if they don't like it, they can do a wraparound. Okay, so guys, this is it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you give me a big thumbs up, subscribe. If you want to see more of me, just follow my other social media. It's all in the description box, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!